So today is a very, very special day for the Earth because of what we are going to do here, because of what we co-created as the Green Tara Guru team. So we are all, if you watched the video with Patricia Cota Robles this morning, again, we know since we've always known, but it was in February, I believe, when we were taken into higher realms. And where really God reminded us of what is really going to unfold here on planet Earth and how absolutely essential it is to uphold the creation principles on Earth. I always, when I'm in higher realms and they use specific words that, of course, we get to receive because, for example, when you're out of body, you have super hearing, you also have super consciousness, which is very useful. Then those words are always said in a specific way so that we bring them back without having to translate anything, so it's like specific words. So these are the specific words. And I always say, for example, I would never use those myself like this. And so uphold the creation principles on Earth. This is our mission. Every single one of us actually has the same mission. We might have very different skills, very different ways of doing things, but our mission is to represent. Our mission is to be the ambassador of oneness and love in this world. To be also the ambassador of peace. To be the ambassador is to be your Christ self, which is what we are always embodying here more and more and more, our divine self. Not to fake it, but to become it. Not to believe it only, but to actually truly embody it through our physicality into this world, and then to simply emanate it, because that's what Christ does. To understand Christ's self, we simply can look at the sun in the sky and to emanate it just like that, not by trying so hard, not by, using willpower to do it. We become it, to become the sun. It becomes effortless emanation, and that is true transformation. And so we are asked to truly uphold this principle of creation in this world, to realize the underlying oneness of all life. And sometimes it feels like there are enemies in this world. Sometimes it feels like, of course, that there are people who violate life. And they do. Because, for example, killing is a violation of life. It is the violation of this beautiful underlying principle, which is the oneness of all life. And so how do we then assist? So last night I was given amazing instructions, and it might surprise you. These are the instructions, and I'll explain. So it was exactly like this. So my guides last night, they took me to see everything and everyone on this planet as runners, you and me, in one stadium. The stadium is just one stadium. The timelessness, the present, the past, the future, the slow and the fast, those who run ahead, those who are behind, those who are together, and all of us are in our own track, our own timeline. It is so profound to me. I was so excited when they showed me this, and when they actually showed me how nothing actually matters so much. If someone's behind, they behind. If someone is ahead, they ahead. Everyone is in the same stadium, running together. One will get there fast. One will maybe be the last, but everyone eventually gets to the goal. The oneness with God, the completion of all these different missions that we came here for. What was so fascinating was, of course, the oneness of all runners in the one stadium. No one is left behind forever. No one really wins. Everyone comes together to God. Now, what was also fascinating, each track is also a timeline of your own existence. And we are choosing, you know, our own speed through our vibration and frequency. Now, those who go ahead might actually make a very selfless decision, which I believe many of you have made. You can think of it as past, present, and future all in one. And those who run next to each other like this have an experience of a collective reality. They experience the same collective reality. Those who are really far behind might be experiencing a completely different quantum reality. And those who already are way ahead, or maybe even achieved already the goal, got to the, what is it called? I don't know anything about running. Is it called the goal? Is it like a line that they have to run through? What is it called? Tell me in the chat. Finish line. Thank you, Nova. Finish line. Yes, finish line. So those who are way ahead, which I have also experienced, then look back at those who are still way behind and say, now I am in the future. And from the future, I go back to the past to assist those who are still struggling, maybe, or feeling tired, maybe don't have enough life force, maybe are burdened by unconsciousness. We selflessly go back in time, which is actually really what we have done here. I know that we came from the future, and I know it sounds a little bit out there for some of us, but we did come from the future, because the future was the finish line. I love this. And I saw last night how we came to carry brothers and sisters on our own back, how we said, I already know how to go. Let me help you. I'll help you. Not that we really, you know, can. It's in a way like everything is just love. We go and assist with love to help everyone to get to God. It's just really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And so, you know, this is so important to know why we're here. This is not the present moment. This is really this stadium. And so we came from the future to assist with this past so that the future can be sweet for everyone and beautiful for everyone. When I was able to be in the future, then when we looked back, we saw the different options for humanity. And as you know, one of the really important things for humanity was to choose Mother Nature again, to choose nature, to honor nature, and to choose our physical body to be an expression of love instead of an expression of lust. Two very different things. And so when we were able to see the different options for humanity, looking back in time, then we saw that there will be some kind of really forks in the road, meaning choosing different options, different timelines as a collective. And one of the important things was to definitely choose the body as an expression of love. And again, not as an expression of lust. Very important, since sexuality is a very important, you know, part of our lives here in this world, of course. And so there were some timelines I spoke about before, several of them actually, that led humanity into virtual reality. And through virtual reality, there was a lot of giving up of life force into the virtual reality that became very sexualized. And the body then became simply a body of lust instead of the body of love. And so something so fundamental to this world is love making. And so may our bodies always be making love with our loved ones, right? Instead of expressing any lustful actions. And I know that sounds a little bit Puritan, but it's not. It simply is showing consciousness that the body is actually a body of love. And so again, here we are. assisting the world to be in love, basically. Today is a very special day for us because we will be watching for the first time, many of us, the video that really our team made possible through your beautiful gifts of love, your selfless contribution to this production. And originally, you know, I thought we're gonna hire an animator who will animate it. And I was sitting with Divine Mother and I was definitely, we're gonna animate it. But Divine Mother wanted actually Daniel Holman to create the video. Now I wanted to actually put a picture of Daniel here, if you don't know Daniel, just so that you see his incredible light that, you know, I always say it's not about the face, but if you have not met Daniel or don't know Daniel, Divine Mother guided me to Daniel many years ago. And so he also presented at the World Congress in Illumination after, you know, I introduced him to Patricia, and so he was able to present, which was so wonderful. And so he's a really visionary artist. Daniel he's always been a visionary artist, and so Divine Mother chose him to be the one who creates this video with our, of course, support. And I'm going to say financial support because, of course, you know, it took him a month of daily work. 1 month he worked on it every day, and our deadline is a weird word, was 11/11. Our goal was to have the video by 11/11, but he actually completed it. This is still the video is already complete. I saw it several times and it's amazing. The credits, we are making some actually corrections to the credits, so take it as a draft. We're just gonna fix a few things in the credits, but that's about it. So our purpose with this video, I'm just gonna stop sharing here and I'm gonna go to what we have, the video itself here. Okay, so let me make it. So I mentioned in the email the process that this video will be taking around the world and why we're doing what we're doing. So let me say a few words about that before we watch the video. It's about 23 minutes, I believe, 23 minutes. And so let me just explain a little bit. So because we came from the future to assist with certain things, we know that this is one of the most important lifetimes a human being can have. And that is because we are reversing something within this world that actually happened, according to my own perceptions, millions of years ago. But, you know, also some people say, just so that we can, you know, instead of putting a number on it, say a very long time ago, thousands and thousands. I personally believe it's millions of years ago. And so what happened, of course, is that the magnetic axis of the world, the north and south, shifted through different forces. Let's call it forces of unconsciousness. And our magnetic axis of the world, which we call the axis Mundi, the axis of the world, actually tilted. And so now our ascension process is all about restoring the true magnetic north, true magnetic south, aligning them not only within this world, but also within us. And so we had all the great yogis, all the great avatars coming to this world, trying to assist with the alignment. The purpose of the rishis, the 7 holy Kumaras, why they kept coming into this world. This is important, this is big. And we mean the 7 holy Kumaras, of course, that's the lineage of Babaji. It's the lineage of Babaji in every great avatar who came here. They kept coming here into this world to assist with the alignment of personal axes for each one of us through the Kriya Yoga, through inner engineering, so that each one of us can be in alignment with our own divine self. But of course, the time was not right. Opportunities came and went with our humanity understanding. But the thing is that now is the time. As Patricia said in today's video, the time is at hand. This is the time. We now have aligned enough within humanity, and now is the time to align also the earth with her own original axis of the world. And so the mission of the 7 holy Kumaras will be accomplished. Once this mission is fully accomplished, the world will start seeing a completely different reality. The reason for us not seeing true divine reality at all times, and we see the illusion here, is because we do not have the alignment of the axis. When we used to have the alignment of the axis, and a lot of these things came to me in 2020 through my own alignment, which was kind of unintentional. You just timed like a ticking kind of bomb, right? Your consciousness explodes when the time is right. So that's how it works for all of us. We do have an internal clock within us. And so different events in cosmos trigger us to go into expanded consciousness. And so a lot of things happen. So when this happened to me, I suddenly was able to see, the ancient past and cosmic kind of world and how things work within the earth. And so I saw how once upon a time we had an alignment with Venus. And I was able to also go to Venus myself just once. I want to be very, very correct and accurate about how this works, but it was through breath work. So my guides gave me breath, which they also took away from me immediately after. So I don't know the breath. They allowed me to do it, and they also took it away as a tool that was only available to me on one day. And this was actually a really long time ago in like 2007. But they were able to take me through breath to Venus, where, you disconnect from your physicality here, you completely embody a new body on a different planet. And so I realized that there was something really special about Venus and the Earth. But I couldn't quite fully understand it until yesterday when one of you here, beautiful angels, helped me to actually put the puzzle pieces together through your own experiences. As I always say, we came here together to bring the puzzle pieces together. But when I was experiencing this in 2020, I clearly saw that the Earth used to have this axis mundi, just like a tree of life, and that the tree of life within the Earth was actually connected to heavens, which for us was Venus. And that our heavenly realm, what we call the angelic realm, is the realm on Venus. And so Venus and Earth are like twin souls in a way. And so a lot of beings from Venus, including the great 7 holy Kumaras, of course, like Sanat Kumara, kept coming to the Earth to assist with the realignment of the tree of life within the Earth, so that once again we can have this direct connection to Venus as our heaven. That's why people speak about bringing heaven to Earth, which really is the realignment of the axis of the world, so that we can have direct access to the dimension of heaven on Venus. So the 5-pointed star, the morning star, Venus is the morning star, right? And Divine Mother often can actually be visited in Venus. For example, Lakshmi. I mean, this is big, right? And so Venus, from my one experience in Venus, I learned so much, and I shared about it before, so I'm not going to share all of it now. But the Venetian queendom of heaven truly is a world of incredible creativity, of incredible different healing modalities, playing with light and music. It truly is like a Bollywood movie. And I do think that Bollywood movies, are inspired by Venetian way of being, where it's all about singing, music, dancing, and it's just so beautiful. And so again, this will be completed by the alignment of the planetary axis. So what we're gonna do with this video, we will have a big global event on 11/11. And again, with your wonderful contributions that you sent through what we had the donation page, we are able to now finance the distribution of the video around the world, not of course only through YouTube, which doesn't cost anything, but through actually dedicated campaigns, which will go to at least 85,000 people around the world. And so all of this will be incredible. And the goal is, of course, that everybody will start, working with the video until this is complete. But on 11/11, we always have a huge opportunity for balancing the world. The 11/11 has nothing to do with our physical calendar here, but it's a cosmic portal that appears in heavens. And this cosmic portal looks like two pillars on each side, creating as if a number 11 and number 11. This the portal opens a few days before and closes a few days after, but it aligned with our physical calendar here so that we can actually be reminded of that great truth and opportunity. What also will be done is that I will upload the entire very big file, because it's high definition, to our website, and anyone in the world will be able to download the file so that they can own it, and they will be able to create, I think I would call it like a screening, right? Screening circles in their homes on big screens, or even, rent some space and have, big screens, or even a theater screening, so that they can actually watch it on a big screen. Now, Daniel Hallman is a great disciple of the Gene Keys. And as you know from the Gene Keys, if you know Gene Keys, we've spoke about Gene Keys before. It's an amazing, amazing work. And this work also includes something called the Venus sequence. So Venus sequence. And part of this video, and again, I didn't give any directions to Daniel because Divine Mother chose him. So I knew that whatever he does will be perfect. And it is absolutely perfect. And what he put in the video as codes, every single visual is a code activating our consciousness through the pineal gland. It works deep on our DNA so that we remember, but also at the end of the video is the Venus sequence from the Gene Keys. So pretty incredible. So Daniel, again, he really embodies the Gene Keys, and he's very good friends with Richard Rudd, and he did a lot of work with Richard as well. So, this is amazing, the oneness of the family and the work. And so here it is. Are we ready? We are aligning the planetary axis, really. So let's just follow the beautiful visuals. Again, this is more for us to be activated in consciousness. And again, we'll just, this will be our mission and our gift to humanity, really, our gift, so that we can realign the axis within all life in this world and align with the axis in cosmos, so that information can flow to us, align with our higher self, Venus.
The immaculate concept of the axis of the earth. We take a deep breath. We inhale deeply and exhale slowly. Every breath is our Father, Mother, God in action. We breathe again, and with an open heart, we offer our love to our I Am Presence and the I Am Presence of every man, woman, and child on earth. We feel love and its infinite splendor. United in our presence, we offer ourselves as a cup, a holy grail, in order to accomplish victoriously the divine plan. The presences envelop all of us with great care. Our four bodies, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, are relaxed and united, expressing the perfection of who we are. This unique moment is the grace. Our elemental beings, devas, sylphs, salamanders, undines, and gnomes are filled with joy. We feel totally surrounded by love and wisdom, deeply connected to our presence I am and the I am presence of all humanity. We are ready to participate in the great divine plan orchestrated since thousands and thousands of years ago. In the name of our mighty and resplendent divine presence, I am, we invoke Archangel Michael, Lady Faith, and their legions of angels. The sapphire blue light sparkles all around us and expands all over the planet. We invoke the directors of the 5 elements who take their strategic positions north, east, south, west, and in the center of the earth. We now invoke Polaris and Magnus, who stand blazing as suns at the north and south poles. We invoke Sanat Kumara and Lord Gautama, who take their position above the earth. We invoke the solar logos and all the beings of light abiding in the realms of eternal perfection. We welcome these glorious beings of light, and we send them our deepest gratitude. We contemplate this wonderful circle of light they form in the atmosphere of Earth. We greet them, and they do the same. One with all divine life, we create a wonderful chalice of light. As one breath, the majestic Polaris and Magnus stand ready. From their hearts, a magnificent beam of bright light embraces the entire planet. In tune with the heartbeat of all life, they breathe into the axis of the earth a powerful shaft of light. The prodigious rays projected by Polaris and Magnus meet at the center of the earth. Instantly, they unite, forming a powerful sphere of light. This sphere of light becomes bigger and bigger and envelops the entire planet and expands even further. In the core of the earth, her threefold flame shines as a sun. The threefold flame of the planet is resplendent, and its trillions of particles are spreading to the surface, igniting the threefold flame of every man, woman, and child. All the archangels and Mother Mary join us in this merciful activity of light. All the beings of light blaze into the axis of the planet and into all life the splendor of the 12 attributes of our Father, Mother God. The 12 rays of light twirl in the earth, around the earth, into the elemental kingdom, into the angelic kingdom, into humanity, and around every atom and electron forming the planet. Above the earth, the crown of the 12 Elohim is activated, glowing as never before. Above the head of every man, woman, and child, the crown of the Elohim becomes shining in all its glory. Its radiation magnifies the beauty of the solar spine, allowing the solar chakras to blaze at an accelerated speed, straightening the axis of the earth. In this very special instant, the solar spine of every man, woman, and child is being aligned with the axis of the Earth, the axis of the galaxy, and the axis of our Father, Mother God. Polaris and Magnus hold the planet in their hands. Their heart is one with the heart of all life. The sound of the divine heartbeat echoes in the universe, and all the kingdom of heaven chant the symphony of victory. The planet is experiencing divine fireworks whose source is the great axis of the divine cosmos. An infinite flow of shimmering light escapes from the center up to the north and down to the south, turning the earth into a magnificent star. Then Polaris and Magnus declare, "Our beloved ones, we have been waiting for this moment for millennia. We rejoice today as never before. We rejoice because now you are aware of our dedicated presence. We rejoice because here and now you know deeply the work we are doing to maintain the earth in her perfect orbit. We rejoice because now you understand how our precious ray of light allows our dear planet to be a part of the divine creation. We rejoice because the axis is shifting back to its perfect place. We rejoice because the adjustment of the axis will help you to become one with your divine self and one with the divine self of all life. We rejoice because your own solar spine is being restored into its original perfection. We rejoice because from now on, the veil of Maya can be dissolved forever. We rejoice because as we come closer to you, you will be able to hear clearly or feel our presence, consolidating your solar spine and comforting each one of you. We rejoice because today the elemental kingdom can manifest again the splendor it was supposed to create on the surface of the earth. We rejoice because your deep desire to grow and ascend has led all of us to a new place where all beings are aligned in one breath and where enchantment is the order of the new day. We have long held for each of you the vision of this divine plan. This unprecedented accomplishment will stimulate so many facets of yourself, reconnecting you to your immense divine abilities. More than ever before, you are ready to fulfill perfectly your divine mission and the divine plan for all. Today, we invite you to call upon us often. Our answer will be instantaneous, and together we will perpetuate the grace that has been taking place for decades and again today. We invite you to our flamboyant temples located at the North and the South Poles. There, you will contemplate our work and your work. You will be overwhelmed by the greatness of every expression of life. As one brotherhood and sisterhood, and by the power of one heartbeat, we will strengthen and strengthen again and again the axis of the earth and the axis of every man, woman, and child on the planet. Doing so, all beings will have the possibility to soar and become a pillar of love and light for all life. Can you feel this immense privilege? Can you see or feel the healing that is taking place? We confirm to you that this healing will restore the perfect DNA of every life form on Earth. And as the DNA is recalibrated, all the information bundled within can come to your awareness and help you to see with new eyes and progress with new abilities. Remember, thousands upon thousands of years ago, you stood in your infinite resplendence. The time has come for humanity to stand straight again in complete harmony with the axis of all planets, galaxies, and suns. The time has come for humanity to stand straight again in complete harmony with the axis of all planets, galaxies, and suns. The time has come for humanity to stand straight again in complete harmony with the axis of all planets, galaxies, and suns. We promise you that by the straightening of the axis of the earth and your own axis, you and all the beings of all worlds will feel a significant shift in your bodies and in your daily lives. We are your guardians in this unique adventure. What a glorious moment. Thank you. The vision is breathtaking, and we contemplate the supremacy of this moment. The straightening and strengthening of the axis allows the planet to evolve in a new octave of liberty and perfection. The light is so dazzling that it sublimates our hearts, our minds, and our bodies. As we absorb these high-quality vibrations, we feel the divine unity that transcends all separation. We can hear the music coming out from the center of the earth and from the axis itself. Exquisite fragrances envelop all life. The dazzling radiation coming out from the axis is pure beauty. The comprehensive divine love of our Father, Mother, God takes command and orchestrates with the I Am presence a symphony of glory that echoes into all particles of life and throughout the entire universe. Saint Germain and Lady Portia stand in the core of this activity, and through their open hearts, a bright stream of violet flame from suns beyond suns pours into every corner of the earth, transmuting all the residue of impurity still remaining on the planet. We become a magnet of love, a magnet of the divine perfection of our Father, Mother, God. The divine attributes of the Almighty are pouring into our solar spine as an eternal cascade of light. As we integrate these virtues, we become pillars of light, one with the perfect axis of all things. We gaze in wonder at our mighty divinity, admiring our immaculate concept and the immaculate concept of all life. Marvelous paths of light are presented to humanity, and we declare, I am my I Am presence, and I am one with all life. I am pure light, a precious child of our Father, Mother God. I am my perfect axis in total harmony with suns beyond suns. I am the immaculate concept of my divine reality, a great co-creator who manifests the kingdom of heaven on earth. I am powerful and victorious in the light of God. Perfection blossoms everywhere and around all life as all hearts are aligned with all creation. We are one with the axis of all life. From now on, we declare our pure and elevated thoughts will create worlds of happiness. Our lips will only express soft, enlightened, and uplifting words. Our ears will open to the music of the celestial spheres and to words of love. Our nostrils will welcome with gratitude the precious and vital air. Our sweet gazes, full of reverence, will transfigure all that they encounter. Our bodies will express elegance, majesty, and eternal youth. We rise with grace, and in our elevation, millions of souls rise with us. This divine alchemy is occurring in every man, woman, millennial, and child. The divine alchemy is occurring in the very earth itself. This moment is a miracle. The earth's axis is shining as never before. Humanity integrates and manifests even more the joy and the grace of the fifth dimension. We give thanks to our beloved Polaris and Magnus. We give thanks to all beings of light. We give thanks to our divine presence, I am. In a state of bliss, we know that this divine plan is perfectly accomplished as God's most holy name, I am. In one voice, we declare, I am that I am. I am my divine presence, which I infinitely love.
Wow, wow, wow. So, it's so moving. Let me see. I want to just go back to the slides. So moving, to be co-creating here together. Absolutely. And again, the gratitude, of course, that divine beings have for all of us, for this co-creation, for this consciousness, for making this possible, for knowing the importance of this. It is just incredible. So incredible. And so thank you for making this possible. Thank you for participating in this amazing activity. And again, the goal will be that, we'll work with this often. Of course, it's going to be everywhere online. But the thing is that we want to co-create an event, right? I will be in Spain on 11/11, but we will just run it as an event anyway that day. And so that the world can come together and focus on the same activity, of course, during that very auspicious time. Thank you. Yeah. And so, we are still in this beautiful portal of celebration of Divine Mother. And so definitely watch the video with Patricia Cota Robles, which she sent today, which is such a beautiful transmission from Divine Mother about the changes taking place here on this planet. And so one of the big changes, and we have just a few minutes, I would like to go back to what it is that's happening here on planet Earth and why this is a big liberation. The liberation from the illusion. The illusion within us was the veil, which always, the mystics call it veil. But what is the veil, as you know, was the manipulated electromagnetic field, which gave us the illusion of this reality. And it was only through mystical practices that we could disconnect from the five senses to see the true divine reality. And that was not an easy task. By design, it was not an easy task, because we had many different forces in this world that really worked against humanity. And there were beings who worked against humanity. There were forces that take advantage of humanity. And in the end, humanity got kind of used to it and became so asleep that not many people questioned the true nature of reality. And so, we had beautiful avatars like Yogananda coming into this world, trying to awaken true divine consciousness through the spine, aligning our own axis mundi within, disconnecting from the five senses. And so, Yogananda has been my great inner teacher. And I first met him in 2010. When he came to me, I didn't know Yogananda at all, as a human being in this lifetime. But when I first saw him, I instantaneously recognized him. And so he started teaching me. And little did I know that the goal was to actually accomplish the disconnect from the five senses through meditation, through breath, through the spine. And when I was for the first time disconnecting from my five senses, I was pretty shocked, because I realized we absolutely are not what we think we are. And this world is not what we think it is. And I know that you guys know that. And so I encourage everyone to practice breathing through the spine, especially in the middle of the night, and to be able to go into your superconscious self. So one day I was meditating and Yogananda came to me and he said, "Hey, you're already doing Kriya Yoga well." And I thought, really? And he said, yeah, the out-of-body travel, it's, I always say it's very different from what people call astral projection. So the out-of-body travel that I teach through my experiences is actually withdrawing all life force from the five senses through the spine and moving out as your superconscious self. And so when he told me this was it, I thought, man, this is exciting. So this is it. So within us is an incredibly large being of cosmic proportions that knows quite a lot compared to the human being that we are here. And so again, all that we do here is the liberation from the limitation, to be able to become the super conscious self once again, and then to be okay coming into the body, but always remembering that we are not of this world, and that it's okay to be in this world for this purpose, the purpose of liberation of every human being in this world from the illusion and from unconsciousness. Now, the illusion is being televised to us through our five senses. It truly is how the illusion is able to get to us. Once again, the movie The Matrix explains this really well. And you see how in the movie Matrix, if you've seen it in the first movie, they show how the illusion is plugged into the spine, into the medulla oblongata at the back of the head, and how the illusion runs through the nervous system. And so that's why we want to upgrade our nervous system through breath work, through meditation, through silence, through dedication. And so I mentioned that we will be doing that here together. And so once again, I wanted to say that we have forces within us that allow us on certain days to experience the birthing of Christ's self and realizing who Christ really is, realizing also our connection to God through our nervous system and through our biochemistry. And so these dates, I will always list the next dates that are happening for the star sign that you are. And so they kind of overlap a little bit. It is not just the lunar calendar that we know, but it is more than that. And so take note of this. And then I will be explaining in detail what to do on these days for your star sign. These are the most auspicious days when all of cosmos is inviting you as a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, and of course all the other star signs come after as well. Each month on a different day, each month it can be 4 or 5 days to actually have personal contact with God. And so that's going to be the focus of our world. Isn't star sign, is it called a star sign? When you were born, what is your sign? Sun sign. Okay, sun sign. Thank you. And so your sun sign. So we have now, these are the upcoming ones. But again, I'll put it actually in an email tomorrow. And one thing I forgot to put in the email is Qigong. Okay, let me do that. So dates. So just in general, so that you know, these are the best dates. And again, if you go to the channel of Kelly Marie Care on YouTube, she has a lot of information through her own experience. And so today is Scorpio and Sagittarius. There's always a little overlap. So during these days, I don't know if it's, so let's say, I don't know if it's sidereal or tropical sun sign, but it's the Western astrology sign. So on these dates, that's not too many dates, usually it's 4 or 5, you want to be truly dedicated to the rising of Christ within, and knowing that it's happening, knowing that cosmos is calling your name and saying, come this way, awaken from the illusion within, pull your senses up into the crown, into the pineal gland, have personal contact with God. And so on these dates, we do not want to do anything that would artificially stimulate our nervous system or perception. That means substances, including substances that this world doesn't really consider to be, a big deal, like coffee or alcohol. And of course, any substances that could stimulate the nervous system, artificially. We want to stimulate our nervous system through our meditation, through our breath work, through yoga, through qigong, through chanting. But I have to say, when I did my cycle last time, I had one coffee and it still worked. So I just want to say, I'm just in general sharing what the mystics say. we want to be eating very light, plant-based, organic diet, no sugar, nothing heavy, no meat, because of course it would drag the nervous system down, right? We want to be uplifting and light. So I was doing a lot of like green juices and just, small salads, nothing huge. Kelly Marie Kerr also recommends a very interesting smoothie, which I drank every day twice. And first, it was kind of like a shocking smoothie. And then I kind of got used to it. But she has a recipe on her YouTube. And the recipe comes from the great Ayurveda, from the rishis, apparently. And apparently, it also appears in the movie The Airbender, and I believe you can find it on her YouTube. It was red onions blended with bananas. And what I did was 2 bananas blended with, I think it was like 1 red onion. And then you drink it in the morning on an empty stomach. My husband did not like it. He did not appreciate the onion. So yeah, she does like a recipe where you have like 5 bananas and 4 onions, and so I think that's what it was. But I did 2 bananas and 1 red onion blended, and then you drink the smoothie in the morning, and then you also drink the smoothie in the evening, sometimes before dinner, or even if you're replacing dinner, just with the smoothie. So what it does, she says, it clears all our chakras. And so and you do get used to it. The banana taste kind of helps the onion taste, but not the yellow onion, the red onion. And so she said it opens all the chakras, cleans all the chakras. So I can tell you, whatever I did and I followed, it worked. And on the last day of my cycle, on October 11th, because I'm a Leo, I had what we would call the experience of Father God again within our pineal gland and being able to see the kingdom of heaven. So that's something that we will definitely work with. So thank you once again for absolutely everything that you do, what you represent in this world, for your service, for your consciousness, for your dedication, for your love, for just being here in this stadium of life. In this stadium of life, and for being here assisting every single, like Babaji, every single runner in this one big stadium to catch up and to make it to the finish line. So thank you so much. And once again, we'll repeat today at 5 p.m. and today we will have no event, and then we'll continue the day after. So that means our next event then will be on Thursday. So thank you so much, and many, many blessings to everyone.